Is ordering your stock from China, Turkey and Dubai stressing you so much? Is it taking you months and months for you to get your stock? Just 1, 2, 3 and trade like a boss you are. 1. Talk to Iran Global Logistics on 0740 152 331. 2. Let us know whether it's sourcing or sending money to a supplier that you would want. 3. Enjoy our unmatched customer service. Trade like a boss with Ryan Global Logistics. Find us at Nabugabo Street, BBC Building, room N412. Call us on +256 740 152 331 or +86 180 723 935 15 or +86 132 502 156 85 or visit our website on www.rangloballogistics.biz. Rand Global Air Express Cargo. We move anything, anywhere.
Bake for Me Limited company yanjawulo nnyo mukola cakes eziwoomu okuzaama mu birungo ebisufu n'ebika ebyenjawulo nga chocolate, red velvet, vanilla n'ebirala. Olina mukolo ki? Birthday, anniversary, kwanjula, mbaga oba just oyagala kwerira ku cake empoomu? Jangu ku Bake for Me Limited. Tulina amatabi ag'enjawulo e Kololo ku luguudo Wampewo, e Naalya opposite Quality Village Mall, e Naakulabye ku Kisekalen, e Kajansi okumpi n'omuzikiti Rweza, Ebunga tuli ku Soya. Tulina n'essomero mu ttendekero abagala okuyiga okufumba cake. Essimu 0705 50987 oba 0772 50987 ne ku mitimbagano gye tuli. Bake for Me Limited, cakes and more.
But you know, we've spent the better part of today together.
Yeah, we did.
From around 1.
Mm-hmm.
How are you?
I'm okay, Kukui.
You're lost.
Yeah,
What did we last?
We've been apart for a while.
When did we last see each other?
December.
December? When we shot our last show, eh?
Yeah.
You've been elusive. But we've been talking on WhatsApp.
Yeah, we've been.
What do we want to do? Simanya ira ngate Mariam wayingira emyaka egikolima nganda bango omwala omuto okuba nti okolima
kubagambe okolima kuliko
emyaka waliwo emyaka abantu mwe bakolimira ne kati egyo tonna giyingira ogamba otya obulamu bulungi abantu badde bakombooza Mariam yalagawa omayini n'obuzibu kweno chano omuntu bwolwawo muleeta nga batandika oba mwegoba oba you know
tetwegobangako
soko obuze kuba tulaba n'abatuwuliriza.
Kukui family, how are you? I'm so glad to come back on Kasuku Live.
Yes.
And share with you and to engage. Yeah.
Kati ejobadde, what has been happening?
Oh, alhamdulillah.
That you can share with us.
Firstly, I lost my very, very, very close good father in Islam, who's Sheikh Kata. It's Allah,
Hey, you knew him?
Wow. He was one of my closest teachers, but we know Allah now. I know he's in a better place. Yeah, and it's been a process of learning, engaging with my clients, and growing. So Chibade in that way. So I'm really growing, and I'm grateful that feedback is good. So we are there, and I had something that you mentioned. Nti waliwo omuntu okubeera ku agenda y'omuntu like okulipira agenda y'omuntu nga tomanyi gyegenda. So for me my journey has been more of like doing my thing, being an independent contractor, because I believe nti fenga abavubuka twagala okuyingira maybe corporate companies and try to see that you are meeting the vision and mission yet oli ku agenda y'omuntu yenga they are not seeing you for that. So I've seen some challenges on my purpose of growing the Islamic community. So Natuka Kasea Ningamba, I'm going to do this thing on my way, my style, and we are building. So far, we are looking at narrating some audio books. Abasilamu, so that we can own our own story, we can appreciate our history of Uganda, because the book that I'm working on currently, hey, was it muluzungu?
No, you can't speak English and Luganda. It's okay. It is okay. Abantu babitegeera.
Yes, so akata ukatukolako ka history of Islam in Uganda. Tugenda kukola ku oluzungu tulabe nga tusobola oku moving a coverage yakatabo kafaako. Communities in the diaspora baberenga nabo basobola okuganyulwa.
Already akatabo gye kali nga kali mu Luwalabu.
Yes, kali mu Luwalabu, mu Luganda ne mu Luzungu mu hard copy. Yes. So I'm looking at pushing it via audio book. Omulembo gwaffe omupyo bago generation yaffe neriko. So we are looking at that, but yeah, that's what I've been on. Abantu baffe bali batya, I see so many things are happening here and there. People are asking me about love, but they mistaken something that I would like to correct here. Firstly, when agamba alpha man, abantu abamu tebanfuna bulungi, but ngenda kukitereeza weewate. Olaba katabo, sorry, katabo movie gye bayita 47 running.
Yeah.
Yes. So ojjukira character eya leading abanno genda mu lutalo basobola okununula like their legacy. So when you look at Kinyua Reeves, he was like the main actor, we would say. But the actual man who played the whole story of a hero's journey, Yodo Musajja, who led the fellows who made up the whole 47 Ronin to avenge their lords. So my whole message here was that every man has a hero's journey of their own. You have to be authentic in your own story. So hero's journey, you lose. Or in I would say like a jungle. So that is the first step. So you survive or not to survive, then you come back, that is your return. So that's what makes a hero's journey, and that's what makes an alpha man. So can we there abangoberera oba abagala okwengaginga nnyo kwekyo with that glimpse. Yes.
There is something we were discussing about. You're a woman.
Yes.
Maybe the rest will follow.
Okay.
Does the size of your partner matter?
Which side?
Okay. let us move 2 times.
Okay.
Because you've asked which size. There's the size of the animal. Then there's the physical size.
Yeah.
Which one do you think we should begin with?
I think the physical size. Why? Until we are visioned kinds of being. We also have to appreciate the fact that there are some women who are also vision stimulated, that like they get stimulated to data.
They get turned on.
Yes, by what they say. Oh. So for us men, when you say woman with like fine boobs or a big ass, and we get turned on, we are like, wow, that's the ish. Yes.
So it also happens to women.
Yeah, and those women are like they are more. We have masculine energy and feminine energy. So all our challenges about their masculine energy overpowers that. You will see some artists. There's a lady out there. She's into her masculine energy, whereby some people don't really appreciate that, but she's really herself, and that is Winnie Nwanji. And she has that fireball character. She owns her thing. Tomugamba somehow MP. So she's that kind of person, and there are women who are like that. That they are more masculine. So even us, we appreciate the physical look, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. But does size matter for you?
Yes, it does. Oh my goodness.
So ideally, you would like what type of man in terms of size?
Like your size, I would say. Yeah, like honestly.
So you'd like a chubby man?
Though with some bit of
flesh on them, muscle.
Yes.
Okay. Producer.
Why?
Are we together?
We must be.
You've not yet understood what's going on. So, because we were having a discussion.
Yeah, we did.
And someone was asking me, like, for a Muslim woman, because there's after you after you veil and cover yourself, the whole of you, it does not, you don't feel like, how do I bring it and people don't get offended? It doesn't feel like you're this everyday woman. Like a normal woman, because when a normal woman is going to throw around her hair, most Muslim women are like you don't do your nails, like, you know, most times you're covered all of your sharia, or, you know, like how you are. So, someone, guy wange ngagezako kumboza nti naye abakyala bano abasilamu balowooza nga abakyala abalala. Actually, do you people, because do you think like these other women, like, you know, when you cover yourself like this, someone could want to think, do you get those text messages or where you send a guy like, hi babe, you're hot, the sex was great last night, can you come and kiss me? Or she get there. Then when you're in a relationship, is there a moment where you go minus all this stuff and you just go you put on skimpy stuff, you put on like G-strings, and you're like, the guy, I'm here waiting for you. Or she get a gamba, yeah? So, like the basics for us we go through here.
Yeah. Kubanga katola ba shaping yo muntu yeneva ku. Firstly, they have their own personalities.
Yeah.
Then environment ne gatako. In context of environment kubako ne dini. Lwacho bala losango omuntu nga simusiramu naye nge ebera ze zakala fana na mukongeza obusiramu. So Islam is eringa nti ye kutochingira, then you decide whether you want too much light or less light or mid light. In that I mean by our actions, by how we present ourselves as Muslim ladies. So mwecho tubamu nokuba nti tuyina ebintu ebikipinga grounded. Era wolaba nti gundi zaffe enkola zaffe with the men that engage with us, it's more exclusive. Era like we easily push off, like rub off the red flags easily, because of omanyi wabajuma agina kwogera we bati alina kutukira my parents, they have kweyisa we bati nti ne wabanga like mukyeyogereza kubanga fe mu Busiraamu twogereza batwogereza tetukwanibwa olina onjogereza ompa ebirabo. You have to receive gifts.
Oh, so vibing you includes receiving gifts.
Yes.
So if a guy comes, a Muslim guy, Juma comes to you,
yes,
he's talking to you. Yeah. Hi Mariam, how are you?
Hi Juma.
You're good. Nakuwaye chidabo.
Like in the mukwogereza, obo inokakasa nti you'll be able to look after me. As the leader of the home.
Before you accept? Yes,
before I accept.
Before you accept marriage or before you accept love?
Before I accept.
Because there is waliwo wenkukwanira, then nokkiriza.
Yes.
Ne tweyagalamu awo.
Yes.
Tweyagadde, tweridde, twekoze bikyawo byonna ne tutuuka point we tugambira nti kati njagala kujja wammwe batuwoowe n'ebisigadde. So now kati nyinyonyola one these three steps nga tunaddayo wali ku kya ideal man size, if size matters. Yes,
you know, okwogereza n'okukwana kwawukana. Mu kwogereza temubaamu byakusooka kukombako. So oba okoze talaafiya oba onaafunamu oba toofunemu. So mubeera conversations bazadde bo be bani muvaawa waddu ebiruubirira byo kubanga abaami bano oluusi tubasanga already they have wives.
Okay, so okay. Yes, now Mariam, I'm happy that now we are having this discussion. So Mariam, have you dated a guy who has like wives?
Yes. Yeah.
And you've not given him some? So should we take it that you're a virgin? Because from your submission you have said,
yes,
you before you move into all of that, you need to, you know, you just to throw someone some before they make it official. That's what the religion says.
Yes.
Okay. So because you're not married.
Yes.
So we take it you're a virgin.
Coco, I'm representing two types of people.
Yeah.
There is Mariam, the conservative one, and then I'm also representing Abanta Kubusiramu. So now the other one would be a personal question, but like in context, kuchiri choso so kumbuzanti how us Muslim women are and obatu dikonga bachala balala. And then again, to genda ku personality, someone has free will. In Islam, we submit to the will of Allah, but still Allah gave us choice. So you have the choice to take it as it is or not take it as it is. But what I see in Islam, I've said every singer, nti binebyokuba nti forever girlfriend into your 15 years with a guy, 5 years with a guy, and you don't know where the journey is going, you start to see the nti kinatambula oba tekitambula kuba jjukira ffe abazadde baffe batubeerako nnyo like batubaako nnyo nti mutuuseewa ab'eŋŋanda like
omusajja akuwa ku ssente.
Yes. So kati ebintu ng'okureceiving gifts bibeera very very vital kubanga olina okakasa. In fact obusiraamu ffe bwakirambula bulungi nti marriage onika it's not full nga tekuli mahare ate ng'omukyala yalina okugasaba n'oba okoze emikolo gya billions and billions nga tekuli mahare it is not
amahare ge g'omukyala nti ye akugamba I want a house.
Yes.
So if you can't afford the house means you can't afford her demands.
Ku busobozi bw'omwami bw'aba asiimye kubanga bwe baba banjegereza ne ŋŋamba nti nsiimye Juma sinziira ku busobozi bwe nfuna ye ne ŋŋamba nti okay nyakusaba amahare wegati abamu bagamba nti nyakusaba amahare gensobola okuzaayo era obiwulira 10,000 5,000
amahare bagazaayo
anti omukyala kasita weeyambulula divorce kasita nga gwasabye divorce oba olina okugazaayo
ozaayo amahare
naye tozaayo birabo bye baali ng'akwogereza. Yes, kati bize BMWs and everything Audis it's okay to keep them but kino ekyamahare kyozaayo. Yes,
when you get to the so I was still asking you Wali nti how does it feel you young girl hajja azza kukwanye n'akugambirawo nina abakazi bangaaba
babiri nga moyo kikoze. Okay.
This guy who vibed you had how many women?
Maybe guys. The guys, maybe my first encounters.
And I asked you like what guy, okay. Guy yali akwanyeko ng'alina abakazi be n'ongamba yes.
Yes, kyali kibaddeko.
And you were okay with it?
Because remember, even last time I said I'm okay with polygamy because I have my reasons why I'm okay with it. Naye waliwo n'abagamba mbu they are not okay and they also have their reasons. So for me, the reason why I'm okay with it, I believe in family, I believe in my context, I believe in family, and I've come from that environment whereby like not my birth mother raised me, but another lady, and I appreciate that I can now have two references. Ate n'ekirala ojjukira twayogedde ku bali abakazi ababiri betwagambye nga masculine. I would say that I'm also fairly kind of that kind of person. I love my peace. I want to have my own time. Naye ate wobanga n'omusajja day in day out.
So literally you can't date a man who is not married, who doesn't have other women.
My preference would be being, like I told last time, and I still stand on it, like being a second wife. Though if a man is coming and is not married, and if he atukkiriza advocate says then no, yeah, why not? Because techiba haram. Then
so what happens to you and having your peace?
Like joba ngambe my dockets waliwo byemba like byemba ngamba nti these are my non-negotiables. And some I can, go around them because often omwami nga like they're authentic nga they've gone past certain things because waliwo ebintu ebimu nga they are cliches nti twabijja mu environments that we are programmed that way nti a man you have to enforce yourself, you have to kulaga amanya manji, but if a man is like he knows himself, he doesn't need I don't need to upset him, or he doesn't need to suppress me to feel like he's a man in a home. So that's what I say, it's okay. And then we also have the fact that for abakyala abasilamu Allah yatusasira nti waliwo ebintu ebimu ebitujjira, we get more awareness, we get more enlightened muziri ennaku zaffe eza rabadaba concert those yes, so we get a lot of enlightenment. So oba otegeera, you can see firstly from your body, from what is how you to preserve it and how to protect it, and you otandika okulaba ebintu and your personality, because you are in that moment where you can now discern better. Era ndowooza abakyala bo bakitegeera ti mwezi ennaku ze tuba tulimu, so that gives you your whole personality, because at that time oba tosaala oba tosiiba, so you know your real self, you're like connected with your soul, so you know how
exactly what's going with you.
Yes, you know exactly what's going with you. And then last time I want to talk about sexual polarity.
Sexual
Polarity.
Okay, before you talk about sexual polarity, lero marriage ahanyo twogere ku kintu ky'abakyala. Please, Ronnie, check your phone and yeah. There is something
ebibuuzo bye mbuuza mbiddamu bulungi.
Obiddamu. I'm asking for me to understand now and abalala abali eyo.
Okay.
So today I've met a woman for the first time who can publicly come out and say she's okay with being wife number 2.
Yeah.
Look at her. So msajja ali eyo swabba, she has her boxes to tick. In case you I'm not saying that she's looking for a man, because last time you had issues thinking kasuko people will think limkwetu ndabi chibichi. No, but I know she's single, so just in case you can, you know, you have one wife, she can occupy number 2, and then the number 1 better sure togenda sumbuyibwa kuba zakimanyi.
Kirungi okwemanya, like to really know yourself. Although I understand those women bambi balina ensonga zaabwe, but omanyi fe obusiramu butugamba abakyala ebigenda tuyingiza ejjana kusaala tusaala zo 5 shahada kusiiba shahada and naye waliwo endala kyebagerako respecting your husband. Very few women understand the deeper root of respecting a man. And sometimes omuntu ayinza okugamba mbu okay, you're being a pick me, because when you wegera ebintu nga webiri, some people think you're being a pick me, you're choosing polygamy, you're allowing men to sleep around, but that's not the whole case. Nti respecting a man, of course you have to omusajja yewe ekitiibwa gwe tukiwa, naye obusiraamu engeri gye bwawanikamu omusajja nti nejjana yaffe eri wansi w'ebigere by'abaami baffe, your deen is fulfilled, half of your deen is fulfilled when you're married. And I've seen it with my own eyes how Muslim women are protected by their men. Once a woman is married, she's highly protected, because we're in a society, believe it or not, it's patriarchal. James Brown sang about it, Nagamba, it's a man's world. It's a man's world, but you can't do without it without a woman.
Yeah.
Yes, so if we come in with facts with that into systems zimbira on patriarchy, so what next? So you're either going to understand how the whole thing works and choose what works for you.
So olofumba ne mujjawo nga tokirabye mubuzibu.
Ate buzibu ki? Sina buzibu.
Today wali we were asking size.
Ate mba mfumbiddwa mukazi mba mpasi mfumbiddwa mba ngenda kuwasa musajja. So what's the whole thing? Am I going to peep in her business? No. I feel like I can just be like, I just feel like I'm that kind of person. Atayingiriza and atalingiriza. I just want to build my goal of a family unit and to preserve it. That's why we are here serving people. And I have to first be sold on the notion before njiguza abantu abalala. So I'm really sold on it.
Well, now today wali size. Does size matter?
Yes, it does.
The physical appearance?
Yes, it does.
Okay, for you, what's that cliche about size?
What
does it matter for you?
Okay, like you, a woman is stimulated by their mind sexually. You can't go past that and you go physical before the mind is stimulated. So I know kubanga, like they feel like they appreciate you, like they have you in their mind. So according to yekyala bange ekimukolera, because by cliches well of tugamba men who are bigger in size are better in this and they're more respected and they give an impression inti basajja bagumivu, and then there are cliches into abasajja abatini bakubi, they are disrespectful towards women, they have a lot of patriarchy within them. So there are those little things there here and there. Naye nga wengambye nti abashala we get stimulated.
Yeah.
If you cannot stimulate a woman
by your appearance. So fat people stimulate you.
I didn't say fat. Did I say fat?
No, you said a person like me. And
sorry.
I think I'm fat.
Yeah.
Or maybe
I don't know. I've not really taken time to observe you, but like I mean in the mass, I would say.
Okay. So what's with you and like chubby people?
Well, they make me happy. Like they make me happy. Like, yeah, they make me happy because I've met a lot of course, I've met masculine men which in anger, their character doesn't feel in that. So, yeah, along the way, otandika okumanya nti this is what works for me, this is kyendi chiringa standards batugamba nnyo standards so twali tumanyi nti standards zikola sente, having a very huge career, demanding this, but that recently understood what standards actually mean. Standards is being authentic, having a personality, having consideration, having mental hygiene, because it is very important, because now we are dealing with people ebizibu byetulina sibye byatukosange past generations. Here you have to be knowing what are you going in for, and your partner, how are they, what are their perceptions ku bintu ebimu, and how do they see, and is there room for empathy, is there room for having respect even on disagreements, so those kinds of things. And having a man that you fully know like is whole for you, kubanga waliwo wobeera n'omusajja and then you like they start to remind you like you need like other 3 men, yet because
this one can do everything.
Yes, this one can do everything.
Or everything is in him.
Yes.
So are you trying to say like the reason why women could have like so many men is because this one man is not enough?
Nadala wano nga tulimu nadala courtships and datings. Yes, because of omusajja nga like they trigger you, they start to build the insecurities within you. Osobola okusanga omukyala nga ali celibate for a while, but because this man I'm draining mentally, they slip out. Omukazi na stepping out. Ate nga abaddeko committed relationship. By celibacy I mean nti abadde they are she's been
on one man, this guy alone.
Like maybe let's say like I'm not going to have any sex stuff, but until this man comes in I want to commit to him only. Naye nakukola ebintu ebiku draining mentally, and then you step out. Natanuko okujja emize gyewali toyina oba gyewali weekyawako, natanuko okuleetera okuba like that kind. Yeah, natanuko okukola ebintu ebityo. Yeah. So that's and then you start to realize also a man nga weatandikira like they love bomb you. After love bombing you, and then you're on another stage, omaze okusalawo omukubye like omusaze omulaze
buli wamu omulazeewo
ate natandika okulaga embeera.
N'ebyo ebintu by'abantu okwetimbatimba ku social media ebeera laavu nga yennyingi oba oyagala kakasa kiki kibeera ki, especially the women kibeera ki?
Kyemmanyi mu love bombing stage babakazi waliwo test hormones ezijja mu mubiri gyaffe, so kyebala bagamba love is blind, so it covers up our thinking mind and our other mind starts to take on, so you start to be sentimental, emotions are all there, so oxytocin is already there, and oxytocin is the love hormone, so clearly omuntu aba tareasoninga nga bwali, kubanga waba reasoninga nga bwali walaba munne waba munyumiza nti ono guy yampisa bwati ne bwati, they will easily point the mistakes in the guy. Raja mugamba naye guy nga kuyisa bubi naye nga ne guy we oluusi is doing the same or worse, but because they are closed off at that moment, they can't see that. So then they start to get out like bataniko kubanga your mind it goes past these things omuntu byakola, then you start to show everything out, posts about the guy, bakugamba guy is doing this, you don't even see the red flags. You're
deeply in love, engrossed there. So she says she likes men like me because she feels like we make her happy. So if you're a chubby guy out there with mass like mine where you stand lots of chances, nadarango oli Muslim. Yeah. I think the universal tag is being a Muslim.
That's a number.
You can't date a man who is not a Muslim?
This one I can say it
on set.
On record.
On record, yes.
Yes.
You cannot date a man who is not a Muslim.
I think my aim is to take this thing for the long haul.
So for you, any man now who dates you must be ready to move that direction. Yeah, I'm
not wasting my time, I'm not wasting especially my energy, because you can lose money, you can lose everything, but you cannot lose your energy. I don't want to lose my energy, because energy is that one thing that it's a frequency, jowayo, and a vibration that you have to protect. That's why even in other people, like other faiths, they have that retaining of energy. There's meditation, yoga. Then Christians, they will do their thing, Lent period. Even as Muslims, we shall do our Ramadan, our fasting. So that energy, I cannot.
You can't waste it anymore. You want things to be real.
Yeah.
This time round. So the first requirement, you have to be a Muslim. Then, like she know. Okay, first a Muslim. Second, you have to be chubby, like me. You have to have mass, you know. And so sometimes you'll be there looking at me and you're thinking, I wish this guy was a Muslim. Huh? You would have just told me, inshallah. No, not inshallah. There's a, inshallah is if God wishes, right? Then mashallah is thank God.
Yes.
There's something you guys use there. Al-Muslim, Al-Muslim. You would have told me, Al-Muslim, Al-Muslim. Omusiramu mukwano gwa musiramu, eh? Naye kati nze ndi mukatoliki. Okunzija eno kugina emyaka. Era kati olina kukwatibwa kisa. Nonga son of Namukasaka mukoleko mukozi kuba ekitali ekyo. Now, that was the physical size.
Yes.
Now we move on to the size of the animal.
The size of the animal.
Yes.
Okay.
Do women really think of it?
They do.
Like, because now you said like, I want a guy with mass like this. So does it cross in your mind like, but does this guy have a big thing or it's small?
Yeah, you come to think of it, nae, wawanga ngaye wacho wali, like you come to think of it, yeah. But if
so you mean you could be with a guy who is like me, but with a small animal?
But can I tell you?
And you're okay with it?
Can I tell you factors there? Women's satisfaction is not inside. It's outside.
Outside. Outside. So we should stop going inside.
I'm not saying stopping, because reproduction cannot happen without penetration, but satisfaction, because when we start to let me think of size. It's not reproduction into kuzala kwe kukujira. Wabula like happiness and satisfaction in bed. So it's outside, it's not inside.
So you look at a man and you think, can he handle kachabs?
It's a general thing. It's a general thing. That's why I see. It just says it doesn't really matter, because satisfaction is outside as long as.
But so why were you laughing? You thought of kachabs and you're like, my God, how did this guy even say this? Okay. So for the women, for what I'm understanding, for the women, it's not about the size. It's about how you use.
Yes, how you use that size.
Your size.
Yes, because.
So it is easy to find a guy who has a big stuff. And you don't like him.
Just be a smart wire now, all around. They're not even that. Like the thing is, otokanogamba nyagala sustainable relationship over transactional. Transactional wobera nnyo ku birowoozo by'okuba of the size, it is big, it is long, or he's very, very tall, or he's very. But when it comes to now having a sustainable relationship, those things don't even come. They don't come because you know about like health, respect. Now disrespecting. So looks come at a point that it comes secondary. Yeah, it comes really secondary because for a fact, most men don't have that game in the bed. They don't have that game in the bed.
Most men
don't have that game in the bed. They don't.
So you mean most of us are time wasters?
Tulina ebirala byetugamba nti kasita ali bw'ati, kasita yeesa bw'ati, kasita tukwatagana mu ngeri ennungi. So bino ebirala, it's not like really much of like a big deal. Naddala nga you're looking at a relationship eri long term, a relationship eri respectful. Yeah, so bino ebintu byasimanya long or short, tebina nyo kyebigattawo nga mumaze okutuuka like 5 years in marriage and you're still on that. I don't think so. As long as it is performing, it is healthy, so size doesn't really matter.
Well, every day there is something new to learn.
Yeah.
I just wanted to pick the try to tulina okwogerako kirala. Naye in my mind it came to me like the Muslim woman abeera atya, bamukwana batya, kati tutegedde nti okwana omuwala omusiraamu olina okuba ng'olinamu kasente ideally kuba n'eddiini egamba nti olina muperereza nakaki nakasente birabo si bw'ogambye. Kati waliwo kawota nnyonnyodde is the vibe that comes along. Do they vibe you with do they vibe you with I love you baby, did you have a good night, did you sleep, or you just like wake up and someone sends you salam alaikum?
Yes, waliwo bino ebiri basic ng'abakyala abalabye byolaba nti emotional, is that person there for you? Do you like talk about how the bang was? Like you bang with a guy and the next day you're texting, because like I told you, most people have the perception like when you cover yourselves and you know you're so holy, and so sometimes you look at a Muslim babe and like, how do I approach this chick? Like do I throw her all my vibe? Shall we get to a point where we talk sex styles as we are chatting? How do I beg her that throw me some? Like normally. It's the same thing, by the way. It's the same thing because waliwo I am sure to adabe gamba buli muntu katonda yamutondera munne, so frequencies matter. And waliwo wegamba omwezi wa mwezi munne, omushiriku wa mushiriku. So because you know I don't recall dating a Muslim at one point in my time. You told me about that. You've always been curious.
Yeah, so I'm curious about Muslims. I want to know like how exactly do they operate. Naye kati challenge ninamu ya kusiramuka. Abasaba abasinga abasiramu boogera nnyo Muslim. Yeah. So omuntu ali eyo
kisibo really ebintu bibadde bizibu bubabuuze.
Bibadde tebitambula.
Bibadde bizibu mu kisiibo. Kati ate onaayisawo otya ebigambo byo nga tuli mu kusiiba kubanga wookolera ensobi 6 nnaku zo 6 consecutively.
Oba oliisa abantu 6. Waliwo ebaga nti oliisa abantu 6.
Kizibu mu. Omanyi bateekako gundi repercussions enzito ennyo nga nawe tosobola. Oba otwa omusibe musibe ennaku 6 nga toliddemu olaba zina 3 zezikutuula matter about 60 days all for what? And even actually that is a very good vetting process for us women. Kubanga guy womulaba nga tali serious ng'omanya nti bujjo sibyaliko. Sibyaliko.
But then kati how do you guys handle heartbreaks? Ogudde ku Musa.
Yes,
he ticks all the boxes. N'akulya n'adduka.
Usually fair.
Nga walekawo Ronnie. Omusajja omukatuliki ng'ali akwagala. Noga nti eddiini engeri gyegamba ali Muslim kangende ne Musa wange.
Kino ngenda kiddamu bwe nti ebise like abajjajjaffe bakikola ate nga kyekituufu. It's not good. It wouldn't be the best okuwasa omuntu because omwagala. Actually ate abasajja bakikola nnyo. For them they don't marry they marry when they are ready. So abaaliwo mu kaseera ako nga ali ready gwagenda naye as long as nti bino ebiraye byabanoonya abamu abifunye oba nkwagala oba like just liking.
So people shouldn't marry for love. They should marry for convenience.
Not convenience.
No, because that is convenience. If you're going to get if you're going to find a man, for example, however ugly, but he has some money on him, he can meet your basic needs. Because Mariam, after 5 years, this all ceases. Now we have to accommodate each other. That's the convenience. So if you date this guy, he's broke with the hope that he will make it. Naye wano engeri gyali nti akyali mwavu mweyagala. Katwewase mu maaso ye anaatereera n'atatereera. Si kyekyo ky'otugaye nti people shouldn't marry for love.
Actually bagamba only poor people marry for love. There is a school of thought that says poor people marry for love. Guy, mwagala nze sifaayo oba bikinze kasita mwagala. Ne mutuuka eri nga the woman has to cheat to sustain the marriage.
The marriage, yeah.
Nga mulina okubeera mu domestic violence because the man is not working. Abaana baradde mulina okubeera aba massive other relatives. Mwewe temulina even secrecy kuba bagamba omwavu taba na kyama. So
Monaco kama. So you didn't date a broke man?
Banaige kukufa what?
Yeah.
Haram, you know. Haram. No busira mtebuchikiriza by the way.
Awo bakwotingawo batya. Obedde okwotinga. Tukwotingire wowe batugamba nti
the prophet peace be upon him yagamba abachala babawasa for reasons. But reason eyokuwasa abachala abo esinga yali badde eddiini na mpisa. Waliwo mwava ine eddiini n'empisa ng'obiina bibiri. Edini n'empisa.
Hey, abavuse basinga okuba n'empisa.
Edini n'empisa. By the way, to a point nti for obusiramu butugamba tusabe nnyo Allah taasa obwavu kubanga obwavu bulira n'obukafiiri. So serious. In fact bagamba waliwo sahaba yajja wa prophet peace be upon him nga omukyala yali asiimye nabbi peace be upon him. Ng'omukyala yeteze nabbi. Nabbi n'amutuya n'amuga like laba nga tajja muwongeza ku haki ze. Sahaba n'agamba nze mutwala. Nabbi n'amubuuza peace be upon him onaamusobola olina obusobozi ne bagezaako buli kimu mpaka bwe batuuka ku ntende emu. It's that serious. It's that serious. Very, very, very serious.
Kati gwali eyo
very serious.
Oyagala ku mukazi omuyisiraamu pick from her. Waliyo n'abakyala abasiraamu abalina akajanja akangi. Baako byoyigira from her. I've learned some things from you today. The only surprising bit about today's conversation is the fact that you can be number 2.
Like seriously.
Out of your own will. Exactly. Not that obedini bwegamba obacho bachi. Like you meet this guy, he's married, you like him, you proceed.
Yes, because my soul, my personality is in confirmation with that. See, you know, like being emotional, omusajja simanyanze tangattako, omusajja tangattako. Firstly, may I said I believe in family. I love children so much. To a point actually muguno omwezi gwennyini tuina edition ya yayise, but every April of 2nd tuina autism awareness, world awareness. So I have nina abana being connecting and about to gauging and about they're autistic. But the love I have for them and how you see how they are true to themselves, for me that goes above everything. So you know, I know women have their reasons. That's why I'm not going to feel like, I don't want to feel like I'm judging them, but they also shouldn't judge us about open to it, because they make it seem like bagamba mbu simanya mbu tuba n'emitima emibi, tuba twerimba, simanya tuba like tuba balogo. This is not true. Nga nabo batali balogo, naffe tetuli balogo. Simple. And the women who are masculine, it's also okay. who are in the masculine energy. That's what I did.
Eno gye bayise emboozi ya laavu y'abakazi abasiraamu.
Ate mu kiri kyoyegeredde mu kukwana mulimu sexual polarity.
Sexual polarity kye ki?
Kasi sexual polarity waliwo olabeeko omuntu nga bagamba love at first sight. So masculine energy y'omusajja emitinga n'ey'omukyala. So that unspoken conversation is, those energies come up. So and what usually happens is that women, they feel anxious, they feel fear, they feel horny at that point. So people mistaking it for first love. Yet in actual sense, your body releases adrenaline. So when it releases adrenaline, oxytocin covers it up. And then also because of the polarities, masculine and feminine here, they come next together. And then that intense connection comes on. So you either act upon it or don't act upon it. But most people act upon it and then they think it is love. Yet in actual sense, it's not even love. For men, it is lust. or ne waita we banga no gama tebyali we but and you make a decision because you think it's first love, first man, first
love at first sight. So there is basically nothing like love at first sight.
It's not there. And
It's
that's what
just
I'm saying,
stupidity.
It's backed up by science. Yes. You're the psychologist here, so maybe.
Well, I hope abatulaba that curiosity you had ebavuddemu mubaddeko ne kyemuyiga olunaku olwaleero.
I hope so.
It's nice seeing you again. We've spent like half of the day with her.
Yeah, we had a very
From like 1 p.m. Up to now, tubadde ffenna.
we had very insightful conversations, and I hope maybe fellow millennials and fellow Gen Zs can like learn from you, because you are really taking this whole thing like on, and this man really says what he says, and he says it as it is. So Nafabali Mukari, I think we can really learn from you, because you said some very important, useful things that we can also learn from, because we are overexploited. And sometimes we think we can't make it in life because you need handouts. Okay, you need to cling
privileges.
Yeah, you need to cling onto that thing.
And it won't move. Yeah. However, my viewers are saying you should reconsider about the Muslim man. You should also try out a Catholic man. And you see, Nteseza we producer.
Reconsider the size people.
Don't reconsider the wait. Ronnie, togeza no chidam. Don't reconsider the size. Reconsider the religion. Until next time. Mubere bulungi bweraba.